Hey y'all, it's Lee, and I'm here to show you how to make our crustless chicken pot pie. It is probably my favorite recipe on the website at this point because I love a good, wholesome comfort food. So you'll want to grease a pie pan and preheat your oven to 400. I've already prepped my vegetables and all that stuff and got everything ready to go, which will make this so much easier. So I highly recommend doing that. Now, I've got one pan and I've put in a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, and that is heating up. Well, now it's heating up. That's probably between medium-high to high heat. So again, I put a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil into here, and the next thing you're going to do is add a clove of garlic. And of course, I'm biased to fresh garlic. If you don't have fresh garlic, you can use, your powdered garlic, or garlic powder, excuse me. But in my opinion, fresh garlic is the way to go. It smells awesome. The flavor is so much more intense if you like garlic. If you don't like garlic, don't put garlic in the recipe. All right, so then you're gonna add your veggies to saute them. We're gonna just soften them up a little bit. So I have about 1 stalk, 2 stalks of celery, a half of a yellow onion, and just like with any of our recipes, y'all, if you don't like certain vegetables, you can substitute, by all means. 1 carrot. Of course, all of this is diced. And a half of a sweet potato. And if you don't like sweet potato, you can use regular potatoes. But I will tell you, my husband does not like sweet potatoes all that much, and he loves this dish just the way it is. Sweet potatoes, they're better for you. And it makes it really pretty with color. So that's sauteing in that. It's going. I'm gonna put that on high so it gets going. Just don't want it to burn. And then you're gonna add your salt and pepper. So do you 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. And easy enough, 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And again, stir it in. Now, while that is sauteing, I'm going to get started on the roux, if you want to call it that. So, you're going to get another pot, get your burner going. Now, this one you really want to pay attention to because you do not want it burning on the bottom of your pan. For one thing, it wouldn't taste very good, and secondly, you have to start all over again. I'm just going to stir that real quick, make sure it doesn't burn. Okay, so you're going to take your butter. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter. Get that going in there. I'm going to grab another spatula. My husband says I like to dirty up the kitchen for all these. Go tell him. And you, like I said, you want to keep an eye on this butter to make sure it doesn't burn or scald the bottom of your pan. This already smells awesome, y'all. I know you can't smell it through there, but it's really good. This is also a dish that really you can, it would be great to make ahead of time and freeze. Pop it in the oven when you're ready to cook it, or take it over to a friend's house if they've had surgery or a baby or something like that. It's just a really different way to feed people, a healthy way. And if you love chicken pot pie, this is actually quicker than the packaged products to cook, believe it or not. All right, so that butter's melting up really good. So then I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of whole wheat flour. And you want to whisk it in. And it'll get a little bit clumpy for a minute, but we're going to add some more liquid in there. But that's why you want to just keep an eye on it and continue to whisk. So the next thing we're going to add is our milk. And I did a 1/2 cup of full milk. And you're just going to whisk it to kind of start getting the clumps broken up. And then did a half a cup of chicken broth. And a fourth of a cup of Greek yogurt. Sorry, I know that's loud. I'm getting over my spatula. My hands are clean. Don't want to miss any of that. So, you're stirring. You're just constantly stirring it, getting that sauce going. And it's starting to thicken up already. I'm going to cut the veggies off because they're good to go. And once I've whisked this, mixed it up really good, I'm going to go back and use my spatula because I don't want to miss out on any of the good stuff. Again, I might have a spatula addiction. For real. And see, when I do that, I know you can't see, but when I'm doing this, I'm finding that there's some flour kind of on the bottom that didn't get mixed in. So that's really why I use these things. All right, next thing you're going to do, you're going to fold in your veggies. And again, I've preheated my oven to 400. Smells awesome. Fold them in. That sauce is really thickened up, but that's what we want. You don't want it too watery. If it is too watery, slowly and carefully sprinkle in more flour. All right. I'm gonna add my chicken. We got diced chicken. I've cooked it. You can make a rotisserie chicken ahead of time. It would make it a lot easier, or just bake it. Bake 2 chicken breasts, boneless, skinless, and dice them up and add them in. All right, it's really thickening up. And the next thing I'm going to do is add, it's a fourth of a cup of white cheddar cheese, fresh grated, y'all. There's a couple reasons we do that. One is the pre-grated cheeses that you find hanging kind of maybe where the lunch meats are, things like that, they actually have preservatives in them. So if you look at the back of their packaging, you'll see there's things I can't pronounce in there. So buy it in the block and grate it. Plus, it's got to be a heck of a lot cheaper. And the third reason I like to do it is I honestly think fresh grated cheese tastes so much better, and a little goes a long way. I mean, there's so much more flavor that you don't have to put as much, which will reduce the calories in your dishes, which is not a bad thing. All right, oh my gosh. Looks so good. All right, then I'm gonna add my thyme, fresh thyme, and I did a teaspoon. Not gonna lie, thyme is not my favorite thing to have to take off of the stem, but it really enhances the flavor a lot. Okay, so catch the house on fire. All right, so we have got it mixed, ready to roll. Like I said, I'm gonna do a pie dish. Glass pie dish is fine too. Whatever you have. Or if you're taking it to a friend, put it in one of those like disposable, casserole pans. Nobody said it has to be in a circle. And you're gonna just, oh, you can't see that, I'm sorry. You're gonna pour it in. And again, this is when my spatula comes in handy, because getting everything. We try not to waste my clean eats. All right, spread it around. The last step before you put it into the oven is sprinkle with fresh Parmesan cheese. Again, cheese is always my favorite. So I do a half a cup. But like I said, when it's fresh grated, y'all, it makes it, you don't need much. and it tastes awesome. And it's going to create a nice layer on the very top of this. So I've got my oven preheated already to 400. Show you what that looks like. What? Gonna put it in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes. Take it out, let it sit. About 10 minutes to kind of solidify and get it ready to be cut and served. Hope y'all enjoy it. Give our Crustless Chicken Pot Pie a try. www.cleaneats101.com. Thanks so much, y'all. Have a good one.